painting artist with Metau Arts, a nonprofit out of Twisp, Washington. Today I'm standing in the snow because we are going to do a little project of a snow person. This project involves a technique called stippling. Stippling is a shading technique using lots of little dots, and it creates value in whatever you're drawing. In painting, people call this pointillism. So, this is what we're going to be working on today. All you're going to need is a piece of paper folded in half, a pencil, a pen. You could use a colored pencil or you could use markers or a Sharpie, and we'll get started. Okay, so stippling is a shading technique that uses small dots or marks to create value. Stippling in painting is called pointillism. Do you see this apple is full of dots? When I bring it further away, it really looks like an apple, right? So this whole drawing is just done with a marker to make dots. Today, we are doing our snowman project. This one I used just a regular Sharpie. This one I used a pencil. You can also use markers, maybe blue or black or something that looks like snowman color, or a color pencil. Those would all be good things you could use. And then we have our paper, and we're just going to fold our paper in half this way. Line up our corners, fold it, and then we are going to draw our snowmans on this side instead of the whole page, because doing a lot of dots takes time and it's nice to start with a smaller project. And this way you can even do a card. You can make a snowman card for someone if you want to. So I really like the way it looks with a pencil. A pencil looks soft and great. The Sharpie or marker is the one I'm going to do today, just so you can see it better as I'm doing it. But there's no better or worse thing to do, right? So whatever you have to draw with, even if your paper has lines on it, that's cool. Use what you got. So we're going to start with our bottom circle of our snowman, because a snowman is 3 spheres stacked on top. A sphere is like a ball or a 3-dimensional circle. So we're going to, the way I like to draw circles is we're going to do dots, not lines. So we're going to do the letter C, pretty good size letter C, and then I'm going to come to the top and I'm going to do a backwards letter C. And then look, it makes a circle. Then you can dot all around it, kind of flesh out your circle. Is it okay if your snowman looks like an oval? Sure. We're just doing the best we can. Okay, so I have a dotted circle. Now I want this side of my circle to be darker because this is the shadow side. So I'm going to do lots of dots. Dot, 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 dot. On the left side of my snowman. We're going to make kind of like a crescent moon shape. It's going to curve with our ball of snow here. And I'm going darker on the edge, so the dots are overlapping. Dot, 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 dot. There's more concentration of dots on the edge, and it makes it look darker. If you have more open dots like this, it makes it look lighter. The value gets dark to light. So here's my bottom snowman. Now I need to have another sphere of snow, a big snowball, stacked on top. This one's this size. I'm going to make this next one a little bit smaller, so it's going to be my medium size. And I'm going to go ahead and do my letter C and then my backwards letter C. And then I have the number 8. Looks like a number 8, doesn't it? So if you have a number 8, you did it. So now I'm going to do the same thing I did down here. I'm going to dot, 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 dot that edge really good. That's my darkest edge. My dots are overlapping. If you're using a pencil, you'll notice that your lines aren't a perfect dot. Sometimes they do little dashes, little ticks. That's fine. That's stippling too. Dot, 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 dot. So I'm getting looser with my dots as I go closer in from my snowman ball. So I have 1, 2 balls. Let's do our head. So I'm going to do the same thing. The letter C to make a circle. And then we'll shade just the side of our snowman head, because that's the side that the light is not hitting. My sun's on this side, so it's shadow over here. Okay, that's probably enough. Now let's do our hat for our snowman. So we're just going to do a dotted straight line through the top of our head. Straight line. And then where the circle is, we're going to go up. We're going to make a square shape. See that square? That's its hat. And then I'm just going to darken this side of the hat. Dot, 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 dot. Maybe we'll darken and fatten up the line where his brim of his hat is, so it looks like it's really on his head. So now we have 1, 2, 3 circles that are turned into spheres with our stippling, and then we have our hat. Now let's do our nose. Our nose is a carrot, right? So it's a diagonal line that comes from the middle of the circle and it goes out to the side like that. Then it curves around and it goes out, back out. It's like a long skinny triangle. Well, we can just dot that some more. So there's our carrot nose. And then we have our eyes are just going to be lots of little dots to make a eye, or lumps of coal, or my kids like to make eyes out of rocks they dig out of the snow. So we got dotted eyes. Mine got pretty filled in. We'll do dotted mouth. I like a smiling snowman myself. And then he needs, or she needs, whatever your snowman is, snow person, some buttons. So we got our face, our buttons, and now we need some kind of sticks or branches for the arms, right? So I'm just going to go up. Maybe I'll have this one have an elbow. And then I'll just double line the dots. Make my branch thicker, especially where it's attached to my snowman, right? Branches are probably thicker there. And then I think I have these little other little branches that stick out so it looks like a hand. You can have it make 5 fingers if you want. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. You can decide how you want your snowman's arm to look. Maybe your snowman or snow person is doing the dab. Maybe it's waving. Maybe its arms are straight out. Okay, so it's just sticking with the dots, right? We're stippling. It's just dotting. We're not drawing straight lines. Okay, so that's the basic of our snow person. But it's sitting on something, right? We need to put something down here. What's it sitting on? Snow. So we'll just do a little dotted line. So we know there's some kind of ground down here, but the snowman's going to have a shadow. So we're going to put more dots right here I make a little shadow. Dot, 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 dot. So this is the snowman's shadow. And then our snow person might need some stars. I added these little stars and snowflakes in the background. And how I did that was I went up top. I did 3 shining stars. So I just did, go all the way to the left here, a dot, 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 straight line. And then I did a dot, 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 horizontal line, so it looks like a plus sign. And then I went diagonal with smaller lines. So I went diagonal, diagonal. Let's do that again. So I went down, 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 side, 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 horizontal, and then I did kind of like an X in the middle. So I just did 3 of them to give it something more interesting in the sky. And then we can stipple some snowflakes falling, which are just dots. If you're using a pencil, you might want to put a few more so you can see them better. It's definitely snowing on my snow person. Maybe there's some snow that fell down here. All right. So here's our snow person, whether you did it in pencil or in some kind of a marker. This is called stippling. It's a shading technique that uses small dots or marks to create value. And we created that value. We went dark to light with our snow person. This is our shadow side. This is our lightest side. You can use this technique to draw all kinds of things. I hope you had a great time doing your snow person, and you can keep experimenting with the stippling technique.